Namaste. Today I'm going to read Volume 1, Book 2, Rudra Samhita, Part 1, Chapter 16, Description of Creation in the Shiva Puran. Hariyam Tatsat. Brahma said, O Narada, after performing the pentuplication of the bhutas, elements and their attributes, sound, etc., I evolved the gross, ether, wind, fire, water, and the earth out of them and created mountains, seas, trees, etc., and the periods of time ending with Kali and other ages. I created many other things as well, but, O sage, I was not satisfied. Then, O sage, I meditated on Shiva and his consort Amba and created aspirants. I created Marichi from my eyes, Brigu from my heart, Angiras from the head, and the great sage Pulaha from the vital breath, Vyana. I created Pulastya from Udana, Vasishta from Samana, Kretu from Apana, Atri from the airs, and Daksha from the prana. I then created you from my lap, and the sage Kardama from my shadow. Finally, I created out of my conception Dharma, which is the means for the achievement of everything. O foremost among sages, creating thus, thanks to the favor of Mahadeva, these excellent sadhakas, I became contented. Then, O dear one, Dharma, born out of my conception, assumed the form of Manu at my bidding and was engaged in activity by the aspirants. Then I created from the different parts of my body innumerable sons, suras, devas, and asuras, demons, and many others after assigning them different bodies. O sage, I was then prompted by Shiva present within me, and hence, O sage, I split myself into two, having assumed two forms. One half had the form of a woman, and the other half that of a man. He then created in her a couple, the means of excellent nature. The man was Swayambhuva Manu, the greatest of the means of creation. The woman was Satarupa, a yogini and ascetic woman. The auspicious lady was accepted by Manu with due matrimonial rites. O dear one, he created beings through her by the process of sexual intercourse. He begot of her two sons, Priyavrata and Uttanapada, and three daughters, Akuti, Devahuti, and Prasuti, all of them very famous. He gave Akuti in marriage to Ruchi, and the middle one to Kardama. He gave Prasuti, the younger sister of Uttanapada, in marriage to Daksha. Their sons and progeny are spread over the world, both mobile and immobile. Ruchi begot of Akuti the couple Yajna and Dakshina. 12 sons were born of Yajna and Daksina. O sage, Kardama begot of Devahuti many daughters. Daksha begot 24 daughters. 13 daughters, Shraddha, etc., were given to Dharma in marriage by Daksha. O lordly sage, listen to the names of Dharma's wives. The names are Shraddha, faith, Lakshmi, fortune, Dhriti, fortitude, Tusti, Satiety, Pusti, nourishment, Meda, intelligence, Kriya, right, activity, Buddhi, intellect, wisdom, Lajja, bashfulness, Vasu, wealth, Santi, peace, calmness, Siddhi, achievement, accomplishment. And the 13 is Kirti, fame. The 11 younger daughters were Kayati, Sati, Sambhuti, Smriti, Prati, Kashama, Sanati, Anurupa, Urja, Svaha, and Svadha, who were respectively married by Bhrigu, Bhava, Shiva, Marichi, the sage Angiras, Pulastya, Pulaha, the excellent sage Kretu, Atri, Vashishta, the fire god, and the Pitris, Manis. The great aspirants, Bhrigu and others, took the hands of these famous daughters. Thereupon, the entire universe, consisting of 3 worlds, mobile and immobile, was filled with progeny. Thus, according to their own actions and at the bidding of Shiva, innumerable famous Brahmins were born out of the various living beings. In another kalpa, Daksha had 60 daughters. Of them, 10 were given to Dharma, 27 to the moon, 13 to Kashyapa or Narada. He gave 4 to Garuda of excellent form, 2 to each of these Bhrigu, Angiras, and Krisasva. Born of them are many children in the world of mobile and immobile. O foremost among the sages, the children of the 13 daughters given to the noble soul Kashyapa by Daksha spread over the 3 worlds, mobile or immobile. Nothing was void. Devas, sages, demons, trees, birds, and mountain creepers, born of the daughters of Daksha, filled the entire space between Patala and Satyaloka. The whole cosmic egg was filled. Never was it a void. Thus, at the bidding of Shiva, the creation was perfectly accomplished by Brahma. Daksha's daughter Sati was perfectly guarded by Rudra at the tip of his trident. For the sake of penance, Shiva had created her himself, and later for the activities of the world, she was born of Daksha. In order to uplift the devotees, the Lord indulged himself in many divine sports. Shiva manifested himself in 3 ways: in the form of Vaikunta, Vishnu, born of the left limb, in my form of Brahma, born of the right limb, and in the form of Rudra, born of the heart. Vishnu, Rudra, and I represent the 3 gunas. Shiva is free from gunas. He is the supreme Brahman, the undecaying. Vishnu is of sattva attribute. I, Brahma, am of rajas attribute, and Rudra is of tamas attribute. This is only in view of the activities in the world. But in fact, and in name, it is otherwise. Vishnu is of tamasika nature within, but externally sattvika. Rudra is of sattvika nature within, but of tamasic nature outside. I am of rajasic nature throughout. The goddess of speech is of rajasic nature. Sati is of the sattvika nature, and Lakshmi is of tamasic nature. The great goddess Shiva is of the 3 natures. Shiva became Sati, and Shiva married her. At the sacrifice of her father, she cast off her body, which she did not take again, and went back to her own region. Shiva incarnated as Parvati. At the request of the Devas, it was after performing a severe penance that she could attain Shiva again. O lordly sage, she came to be called by various names such as Kali, Chandika, Chamunda, Vijaya, Jaya, Jayanti, Bhadrakali, Durga, Bhagavati, Kamakya, Kamada, Amba, Mridani, and Sarvamangala. These various names confer worldly pleasures and salvation according to qualities and action. The name Parvati is very common. The goddesses of various attributes and the three deities of various attributes perform the diverse, excellent activities of creation in mutual collaboration. O excellent among sages, I have thus explained the mode of creation to you. The entire cosmic egg was created by me at the bidding of Shiva. Shiva is the supreme Brahman. The three deities, Vishnu, I, and Rudra, are his manifestation according to the difference in the attributes. The independent Supreme Atman, who is both Nirguna and Saguna, sports with Shiva in the beautiful Shiva Loka. His perfect and complete incarnation is Rudra. He is Shiva himself. The five-faced Lord has made his beautiful mansion in Kailasa. Even if the whole Brahmanda were destroyed, it knows no destruction. Footnotes. 216. It speaks of Brahma splitting his body into two parts, the male and female, identified as Manu and Satarupa. 217. The 14 worlds from Patala to Satyaloka constitute the entire cosmos. 218. From the cosmic egg, agitated by the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, the three deities came into existence. The Puranas call them Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and assign the functions of creation, existence, and dissolution to each respectively. The statement about the three qualities manifested as the three devas is the consensus of the entire Puranic law. This is from the also taken from the Linga Puran. The Vedas trace the origin of the Trinity to the Brahman, the Shaivas to Maheshwara, and the Bhagavatas to Mahavishnu. Hence today's reading of the Shiv Puran. Om Prabhu Prananatam Vibhum Veshwanatam Jagannatanatam Sarantapajam Buddhipatam Poesham Bhutanatam Shivam Kapurakaram Karanavritanam Sansarisa Bhujigidam Parvati Pataya Om Hamjum Samburu Samtrambakam Vijam Sakana Vishtimaram Swagam Saj. Om Tua Mata Chapitato and Tua Mata Shatra Sakato Om Hari Om Tat Sat.